It's last stand prep. Survival isn't just about gear or skills, it's about mindset. In a crisis, your greatest challenges aren't always the storm or the shortage. Sometimes it's the people around you. Stay sharp, stay aware, and let's get into it. Whether it's a natural disaster, a societal collapse, or an extended power outage, the biggest threat isn't always the event itself, it's the people. Desperation, fear, and survival instincts can turn ordinary people into your greatest danger. In this video, we'll break down the 3 most dangerous types of people you'll encounter in a crisis. Knowing how to identify and handle them might just save your life. The first type of person you need to watch out for in a crisis is the desperate. These individuals can be found in any community, and their actions can be unpredictable and dangerous. Now, these aren't inherently bad people. They are often just regular folks who have been pushed to their limits. They aren't hardened criminals or seasoned predators. They're ordinary people pushed to extremes by desperate circumstances. These are everyday folks, your neighbors, the people you see at the store, pushed to the absolute brink by a crisis. Their desperation can make them act in ways they never would under normal circumstances. Imagine a parent with a starving child. The lengths they might go to in order to feed their child can be extreme. They haven't eaten in days. They're desperate. Their need for food overrides any social norms or personal morals they might have. They'll do anything, and I mean anything, to get their hands on food. This includes fighting, stealing, and even harming others. Or think about an elderly neighbor who hasn't had water in days. The heat is stifling, and their usual friendly demeanor can quickly turn aggressive when they're desperate for survival. Their need for water becomes a driving force. See, desperation strips away social norms. It makes people act in ways they never thought possible. It bypasses logic and reason. Desperation can make people irrational and unpredictable. They're driven by a primal need to survive. They might beg, they might bargain, or they might resort to more extreme measures. They might resort to violence if they think it'll get them what they need. This can include using weapons or force. So, how do you handle the desperate? The key is to be prepared and cautious. The first rule is simple. Stay low profile. Don't advertise your supplies. Keep your resources hidden and secure. Don't flash around food or water if others are in need. This can make you a target. Blend in, be the gray man, and don't make yourself a target. The less attention you draw to yourself, the safer you will be. Now, if you do have to interact with someone who's desperate, remember, stay firm but calm. Don't show fear. Maintain your composure. Fear can be smelled like blood in the water. Desperate people can sense it and may take advantage of it. Compassion is important. Helping those in genuine need is part of who we are. But operational security, or OPSEC, comes first. Always prioritize your safety. You need to protect yourself and your resources before you can help others. Your survival is paramount. The second type of person you need to be ready for in a crisis is the opportunist. These individuals are always lurking, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Unlike the desperate, these individuals aren't driven by a need to survive. They are motivated by greed and the desire to exploit the situation for their own gain. They see a crisis as a chance, a golden opportunity to profit from chaos. They thrive in disorder, using the confusion to their advantage. They're the scavengers, the looters, and in some cases, seasoned criminals who see a crisis as an open invitation to prey on others. They have no moral compass and will stop at nothing to get what they want. These are the people who will case your house when they think you're not home. They meticulously plan their moves, watching and waiting for the right moment to strike. They search for unlocked doors, open windows, or any indication that your guard is down. They excel at spotting weaknesses and taking advantage of them. They're drawn to visible supplies, a stockpile of food in the window, a generator running out in the open, anything that signals you have something they can take. They are always on the lookout for easy targets. Opportunists prey on weakness. They are predators in every sense of the word, always searching for the most vulnerable. They target distracted families, the elderly, anyone they think they can overpower. They use fear and intimidation to get what they want. They might use charm and deception, pretending to need help, only to take advantage when you let them get close. They are masters of manipulation. So, how do you protect yourself from the opportunist? It requires vigilance and preparation. It starts with fortifying your home. Make sure every entry point is secure. Make it a hard target. The more difficult you make it for them, the less likely they are to attempt a break-in. Secure your doors and windows, reinforce weak points, and consider basic security measures like alarms or motion sensors. Next, stay vigilant. Always be on the lookout for suspicious activity. Be aware of your surroundings. Know what's happening in your area. Know who's in your neighborhood and what they're up to. A strong community can be a powerful deterrent. Don't let strangers know what you have. And be wary of anyone who seems overly interested in your supplies or your security measures. Keep your preparations discreet. Remember, a strong exterior presence can be your best deterrent. Make it clear that your home is not an easy target. Opportunists are looking for easy targets. They want the path of least resistance. If your home looks well protected and you appear confident and prepared, they're more likely to move on to an easier mark. Your preparedness can make all the difference. The aggressor. The third and most dangerous type of person you might encounter in a crisis is the aggressor. These individuals are not just desperate or opportunistic. They are driven by a need to dominate and control. These aren't people who are just desperate or looking for an opportunity. These are individuals who thrive on power and intimidation. They see a crisis as a chance to assert their dominance over others. They see a crisis as a chance to dominate and control. In their eyes, chaos is an opportunity to rise to the top by any means necessary. These aggressors could be gang leaders, bullies, or individuals who rely on violence as their primary survival tactic. They're often well-equipped, calculated, and ready to take advantage of any opportunity, or just individuals who have embraced violence as their survival strategy. They often have a network or group that supports their aggressive actions. They often travel in groups, using strength in numbers to intimidate and overpower those who seem weak or isolated. Their tactics are designed to create fear and submission. They're looking for easy targets, people who appear vulnerable, isolated, or unwilling to fight back. They prey on those who seem defenseless or unwilling to fight back. Their goal is to find the path of least resistance. They might try to provoke you, test your defenses, or use threats and intimidation to get what they want. They are constantly assessing their targets for weaknesses, or use threats and intimidation to get what they want. Their methods are calculated to break your spirit and force compliance. Now, if you ever find yourself facing down an aggressor, your first priority is to avoid confrontation. The best way to deal with an aggressor is to not engage with them at all. Your first priority is to avoid confrontation. Distance and evasion are your best tools. Blend in, avoid eye contact, and if possible, remove yourself from the situation entirely. The less attention you draw to yourself, the better. But if you have no choice but to defend yourself, you need to be prepared. This means being ready both mentally and physically. Physically prepared with basic self-defense skills, and if necessary, having the right tools for protection. Know your escape routes. Have a plan for what you'll do if confronted. Always prioritize your safety over everything else. And remember, Your goal is not to win a fight. It's to survive. Use whatever means necessary to escape and get to safety. Your life is more important than any confrontation. Always prioritize your survival and well-being above all else. In a crisis, people's true nature comes to light. The desperate act out of fear. The opportunist seeks to exploit, and the aggressor dominates through violence. Awareness, preparation, and a clear plan can help you navigate these threats safely. Remember, stay low profile, secure your resources, and always prioritize your safety and that of your loved ones. Knowledge is your greatest weapon in uncertain times. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more survival strategies and prepping insights. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Stay ready, stay smart, and we'll see you in the next video.